More than 1 billion people share a dream for a brighter future, for a nation of progress. The Indian government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, is actively engaged in realizing this dream. Viksit Bharat 2047 represents the government's vision to elevate the nation to developed status by its centenary of independence in 2047. To achieve the goals set forth by Viksit Bharat 2047 document, it is imperative to emphasize sustainable and inclusive urban development strategies, with urban waterways, transportation emerging as a pivotal aspect. One of the flagship programs of the Government of India is Sagarmala, an initiative launched with a vision of harnessing the potential of India's maritime sector.
आज भारत ब्लू इकोनॉमी को अभूतपूर्व प्रोत्साहन दे रहा है। आज भारत सागरमाला के तहत पोर्ट लेड डेवलपमेंट में जुटा है। आज भारत मैरीटाइम विजन के तहत अपने सागरों के पूरे सामर्थ्य का इस्तेमाल करने की ओर तेज गति से बढ़ रहा है।
One of the pivotal components within the Sagarmala program is the RoPax service. A RoPax ferry, abbreviated for Roll-on Roll-off Passenger Ferry, is a specialized vessel designed to transport both passengers and vehicles. RoPax ferries play a pivotal role in enhancing connectivity, thereby fostering integration and reducing isolation. This service is particularly crucial in regions facing geographical challenges or where traditional transportation infrastructure is limited or cumbersome. The roll-on roll-off feature facilitates easy loading and unloading, thereby streamlining the transportation process and resulting in quicker turnaround times, reduced waiting periods, and overall improved travel experiences. The Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways has undertaken the development of 63 infrastructure projects at 57 locations to facilitate passenger and cargo transportation through RoPax ferry services. This ministry, through Sagarmala, is funding the development of infrastructure required for RoPax operations.
Under Sagarmala program, we are providing funding support to the maritime boards and the other implementing agencies to create the basic infrastructure. We are providing generally 50% capital expenditure for such projects, and in some cases we go up to 100% also.
There has been a remarkable transformation in facilities and standards of convenience at the terminals.
पहले क्या होता था, किसी को सपोज फेरी में चढ़ना होता था तो कोई जेटी, वेरी वेरी बेसिक काइंड ऑफ फैसिलिटी, वहाँ पे आके वो वुडन जेटी होता था, तो कहीं कहीं वेरी बैडली मेंटेन्ड कॉन्क्रीट जेटीज। तो अभी हमने क्वालिटी ऑफ दीज टर्मिनल्स को बढ़ा दिया। दैट मीन्स वी हैव इम्प्रूव्ड द क्वालिटी ऑफ द टर्मिनल्स, जिससे कि सुविधा हो, अदर फैसिलिटीज लाइक टॉयलेट्स एटसेट्रा, प्लस ऑल्सो सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द एंटायर फैसिलिटी हैज बीन इम्प्रूव्ड।
To sustain this newly emerging ecosystem of urban waterways transportation services, the ministry has provided exemptions on the vessel-related taxes at the major ports, and for passenger safety, they have directed to provide priority berthing. Similar requests have been made to the maritime boards of the states. Furthermore, the ministry has urged coastal states to exempt state-related taxes on fuel required for RoPax operations. The Maharashtra government has already taken a proactive step in this regard by incorporating the exemption into their Maritime Policy 2023.
We have huge potential, we have huge coastline. We are requesting the coastal states to formulate more and more such projects and harness the full potential of the coastal line. And also we are working in our islands to build world-class terminals to improve the connectivity and to promote tourism. So in future you will see more and more such projects going live and people really taking benefit of such projects.
The introduction and expansion of RoPax services are catalyzing several positive changes in the country's transportation ecosystem. Several of the projects are already operational and they've begun to reshape the landscape of the respective regions. Today, we take you to experience one such successful project that is proving to be a game changer for the region. Mumbai, the bustling metropolis on the west coast of India, is not only the financial capital but also a city of dreams. As it continues to grow beyond its borders, the need for efficient and reliable transportation becomes paramount. Mumbai has a deep-rooted connection with the Raigad district, resonating throughout history. Alibag, a beautiful coastal town in Raigad, known for its beautiful beaches, historic forts and tranquil surroundings, has been a retreat for Mumbai's residents for decades. Similarly, Mandwa, a charming coastal village situated in Raigad, has consistently acted as a serene contrast to the vibrant energy of Mumbai. It takes 3 to 4 hours to travel the 113-kilometer distance between Mumbai to Mandwa by road. However, things have changed for the better since the introduction of Maharashtra's first Ro-Pax ferry between Mumbai's ferry wharf and Mandwa jetty in 2021. The ferry has effectively met its goal of significantly decreasing both the distance and travel duration connecting the two places. Now the 19-kilometer sea route takes less than 60 minutes to travel to the other side. Although traditional regular ferries have plied this route, they are much smaller in size and often inoperational during the long monsoon months due to weather challenges. However, the Ro-Pax ferry is built to handle all weather conditions, including monsoons.
Mumbai harbour is actually a rough harbour. The seas are quite rough, and especially during monsoons. So many of the passenger boats that go from Gateway of India actually don't ply for more than 3 months during monsoons. So this is actually very troublesome for the people who want to regularly travel from this side of Mumbai to the other side of Mumbai. This Ro-Ro ferry service actually is an all-weather service. It plies for 12 months in a year, and during monsoons also it plies with utmost ease to passengers.
The vessel complies with the strictest regulations for construction, operation and navigation, with every precaution taken to ensure a smooth and secure journey, including an ample supply of life jackets and a trained crew to assist passengers. The vessel can accommodate up to 500 passengers and up to 145 vehicles of all types, such as cars, buses, and two-wheelers. Today, we embark on a journey aboard the Mumbai-Mandwa Ro-Pax ferry to witness firsthand the transformation it has brought to the region. Booking tickets for passengers and vehicles is easy thanks to the efficient online system. The tickets are also available at ticket counters at both terminals on a first-come, first-served basis. After a hassle-free boarding process, you can park your car in the spacious parking area and make your way to the seating area. The ferry offers 3 categories of seating, all economically priced to suit different budgets. As you set sail, you would be welcomed by breathtaking views of the coastline. The tranquil waters and the distant horizon provide a perfect backdrop for the journey. The passengers on the ferry represent a diverse cross-section of society. Tourists excited to explore Mandwa and nearby areas, businessmen on work trips, and locals commuting for their daily jobs. One thing is common among them. This scenic voyage is a refreshing change from the daily grind for each one of them.
I have been using the Ro-Ro for the last 2 or 3 years, ever since it started. It's extremely convenient for me to go from Mumbai to Mandwa. Best thing about the journey is the punctuality of the Ro-Ro. Generally very clean, so it's a very positive experience for me.
This is my second trip with M2M, traveling with my family. We've had good experiences in the past. We are quite happy and hoping for few more trips, possibly to other locations as well.
Prior to the Ro-Ro, it was just an inconvenience to travel all the way to Mandwa, which was a 4-hour road journey. But once the Ro-Ro set in, I can finish all my work and meetings, everything in like a span of an hour, just become very convenient for me to travel up and down and just utilize my time to the most.
The ferry boasts excellent onboard amenities. The cafeteria offers a variety of delicious and affordable meals, catering to all tastes. It's a great spot to relax and enjoy a meal while taking in the views. There's even a designated area for pets, highlighting the ferry's commitment to providing a pleasant journey for everyone.
At the Roro ferry, it was a great experience. We were sitting in a private, separated area where we could stay with our pets, and she was quiet and comfortable all the time. There's a cafeteria up there, and there's a lot of space there was a lot of space for her to just roam around and chill. So it was a good experience.
The Mumbai-Mandwa Roro ferry is not just a mode of transportation, it's a catalyst for economic development. By enhancing connectivity, tourism has gone up, businesses are flourishing, and the local economy is experiencing a positive ripple effect. A wave of employment opportunities has swept across the region. New jobs have been created ranging from ferry staff, maintenance crews to administrative roles at the terminals.
मैं यहाँ के बाजू के गांव के ही रहने वाली हूँ। जब से मेरी पढ़ाई ख़त्म हुई तब से मैं सोच रही थी कि मैं क्या करूँगी, घर पे बैठ के क्या करूँगी, मुझे कहीं जॉब मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा। लेकिन 4 साल पहले जब ये रोरो फेरी स्टार्ट हुआ तब मुझे यहाँ पे पहले दिन से ही काम मिल गया और मैं यहाँ पे आके फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट भी हो गई हूँ। मैं अपने घर पे मेरे माँ बाप को हेल्प करती हूँ फाइनेंशियली, और ये फेरी जब से स्टार्ट हुआ है तब से मेरे गांव के लोगों को रोजगार मिल गया है।
रोरो चलने से बहुत मस्त चल रहा है। अभी पैशन टूरिस्ट भी बढ़ गया है। अब मेरा बच्चा स्कूल में अच्छा पढ़ाई कर रहा है। जब से एमटी तब से अच्छा चल रहा है।
रोरो आने से यहाँ पे टूरिस्ट बहुत आने लगे हैं। सो मेरा वाटर स्पोर्ट का बिजनेस है, मैं गए 14 साल से वो कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन जब से रोरो आई है तब से बिजनेस में बहुत सारे क्राउड आने लगा है। इसकी वजह से हम लोग का बिजनेस भी बहुत बढ़ गया है। तो टूरिस्ट आएंगे तो हम लोग को भी ज़्यादा पैसा मिलेगा, हम लोग भी ज़्यादा काम कर पाएंगे।
The ferry has also stimulated local businesses. Shops, cafes and restaurants have sprung up, catering to the daily influx of passengers. These businesses are thriving, creating a vibrant ecosystem.
अगर बात करें पर्यटन की, जिसके ऊपर हॉस्पिटैलिटी टिकती है, अलीबाग में रोरो के शुरू होने से बहुत फर्क पड़ा है। We have lot of people who are coming, जो पर्यटक आता है वो यहाँ पे हमारे नियर बाय सी बीचेस है, करीब 18-20 सी बीचेस हैं, कुछ अनएक्सप्लोर्ड है अलीबाग में। वो दिन भर वहाँ पर टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं, लोकल मार्केट्स में जाते हैं, हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स खरीदते हैं, और इससे लोकल जो हमारा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है उसमें बहुत इजाफा हुआ है। हिंदुस्तान का नया गोवा अलीबाग है पर्यटन के हिसाब से।
मैं यहाँ लोकल अलीबाग का रहने वाला हूँ। पहले हम लोग का एक ही शॉप था, कुलाबा स्पाइस बिरयानी हाउस करके, छोटा सा हम लोग का एक बिजनेस था। जब से रोरो स्टार्ट हुआ हम लोग का बिजनेस जो भी है वो बहुत इंक्रीज हुआ है, बहुत लोकल टूरिस्ट आने लगे और हम लोग की ग्रोथ होने लगी। अब हम लोग इस पोजीशन पे पहुँचे हैं कि मेरे 3 रेस्टोरेंट अलीबाग में हैं।
One significant advantage of the Roro ferry is its ability to operate throughout the monsoon season. This extended service period allows local businesses to attract tourists during these additional months, boosting their income.
बारिश के मौसम में पहले भी क्राउड इतना नहीं था, लेकिन अभी जब से रोरो चालू हुआ है ना, जब से क्राउड बहुत ज़्यादा लाइटली बढ़ गया है।
अभी बारिश में भी बहुत काफ़ी मतलब हम लोग को इधर उधर काम करने के लिए भटकते थे हम लोग, लेबर करो क्यों किधर वाड़ी में साफ सफाई करो, इधर उधर जाने के लिए। अभी हमारा खुद का ही बिजनेस रोरो से वास्ते बारिश में भी चल रहा है।
The ferry has brought unprecedented benefits to the fishing community in this area, who are experiencing advantages like never before.
रोरो चालू झाल्यामुळे इथे किहीममध्ये कस्टमर खूप यायला लागलेले आहेत, त्यामुळे आमच्या रोजगारामध्ये प्रचंड वाढ झालेली आहे। आम्हाला महिलांना बाहेर जाऊन काम करण्याची गरज नाहीये, त्यामुळे आम्ही इथे किहीमध्येच आमचा छोटासा बिझनेस किंवा एखादा स्टॉल टाकून आमच्या रोजगारामध्ये वाढ करू शकतोय।
As for the fishing community, when the more the footfall, the more the purchases of the fish. Because for example, a hotel, if it was getting say 10 clients, as against when the Roro came in, it started getting say 30 clients. So the consumption of fish was more. So that way the fishing economy kind of increased and improved because of the Roro.
The ferry's impact goes beyond economic benefits and convenience. It has also proven to be a critical lifeline in emergencies. Shubrata Haldar, who works as a chef in Mandwa's popular eatery, recently suffered a heart attack. Thanks to the swift availability of the ferry, he was able to receive urgent medical treatment in Mumbai, saving his life.
मेरे को इधर एक बार हार्ट अटैक आया था, अलीबाग में गया था। अलीबाग में उतना सुविधा नहीं था, रोरो की वजह से मैं मुंबई जा पाया। बाय द रोड जाएगा तो कुछ मेरे को पता नहीं था क्या होएगा, कितना घंटा लगेगा, मैं उतना टाइम जी पाएगा कि नहीं जी पाएगा, उसका कुछ भरोसा नहीं था। रोरो की वजह से मेरे को बहुत फायदा हुआ, मेरा जान बच गया।
Furthermore, the ferry service plays a crucial role in facilitating educational opportunities for students aiming for better prospects in Mumbai.
A lot of students get access to a lot of colleges in South Bombay because of the Roro, because they can do up and down through the Roro, because always staying in Bombay is sometimes not allowed from the homes, or sometimes it is very expensive. And also if they want to do short courses, or even educationally learn something from a big city, so that connectivity really helps them.
The Roro ferry has significantly contributed to the economic development of villages in the region. Since its introduction, villagers feel a direct connection to the big city, fostering a sense of integration and enhancing their economic opportunities.
जब से रोरो ये चालू हुआ तब से इधर का डेवलपमेंट बढ़ गया है। रोरो में आज 80-90 लोग उधर ही हमारा लग गया है। बाकी होटल चला तो उधर बसे तो उधर भी हमारा जो रोजगार बढ़ गया है ना, मेरे पंचायत में फायदा हुआ है। बोलेगा तो आज सुबह जाके काम करने के लिए जाता है तो शाम को वापस आता है, बराबर है। और कोई आदमी बीमार पड़ गया तो सुबह जाके शाम को आ सकता है। बोलेगा तो ऊपर से जाने को तो कम से कम 7-7 घंटा लगता था, तो आप 1.5 घंटा से बम्बई में जाके फिर वापस 4 घंटे में आदमी आ सकता है। ऐसा इसलिए फायदा हुआ है उसका।
The economic ripple effect of the ferry extends to the real estate market. Properties in Mandwa have appreciated significantly since the ferry service began, as people see the potential of living in a serene environment with the convenience of a short ferry ride to Mumbai. It becomes a real estate hotspot for both residential and commercial investments.
इसका भारत की इकोनॉमी को बहुत ज़्यादा फायदा है, क्योंकि जब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंप्रूव होती है तो ट्रेड इंप्रूव हो जाता है। जब ट्रेड इंप्रूव हो जाता है तो इकोनॉमी अपने आप फ्लरिश करती है। तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा फ़ायदा हमने देखा है, चाहे वो हमारे कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट ले लीजिए, मुंबई मांडवा ले लीजिए। मांडवा में तो प्रॉपर्टी रेट्स भी बढ़ गए, टूरिज्म बढ़ गया, लोग वहाँ पे वीकेंड एंजॉय करने जाते हैं, हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री वहाँ पे बढ़ गई। इसी तरह से हमारे और बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट हैं जिसने पूरी इकोनॉमी को टर्न अराउंड कर देते हैं, क्योंकि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कनेक्टिविटी है और कनेक्टिविटी तो किसी भी ट्रेड के लिए चाहिए। सो ये जो इनिशिएटिव्स हैं इनके थ्रू लोगों को कनेक्टिविटी मिल रही है।
The M2M Roro ferry service started just after the pandemic, and this has been a complete game changer. Mumbai is the economic capital of India, and people were always wary about stepping out of the Mumbai limits. Today, people have the luxury of living amidst nature, the luxury of space in Alibag, and they're still an integral part of Mumbai. And this is only possible because of this beautiful connectivity that M2M ferries brings. All thanks to the Sagarmala project, which is started by the current government.
With a steadfast commitment to sustainability, the Roro ferry plays a pivotal role in fostering a greener environment by minimizing road traffic and decreasing carbon emissions. The Ropax ferry on the Mumbai-Mandwa route has transported nearly 20 lakh passengers, more than 5 lakh passenger vehicles, saving about 35 lakh litres of fuel and 7,000 tons of carbon emissions.
If you travel by road with 3 hours in a traffic jam, how much diesel you waste, how much pollution you do, how much hardship you do. So reducing the travel time, and these are big ships. So the operating cost is less, the fuel consumption is comparatively less. So reducing that surely supports the environment.
The operation of a vessel of this magnitude is a challenging task, and the government is providing necessary support to the operator to ensure smooth functioning.
एक वेसल को आना है एक वॉर्फ के पास और जेटी के पास, तो यू रिक्वायर टू हैव अ सर्टेन डेप्थ। तो कहीं कहीं वो डेप्थ नहीं रहता था, जिसके कारण वहाँ शिप्स नहीं वेसल्स नहीं आ पाती थी. तो now we have done the dredging. So we've given some substantial amounts to the ports to do the dredging. Therefore, the boats can come alongside.
The Mumbai-Mandwa Ro-Ro ferry is just the beginning. As the Sagarmala program progresses, more projects are on the horizon, promising to further elevate maritime infrastructure and connectivity across India.
A part of our Vision 2047 document, we are also looking at providing new destinations for Ro-Ro services across major ports in the country. And we are also looking at how get better financial models can also be made so that Ro-Ro introduction in the country can happen at a faster pace, which is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. So hopefully in the next few years, we will see a large number of Ro-Ro services coming across different parts of the country.
As the fleet of Ro-Pax ferries traversing the waters expands, it carries with it the aspirations and ambitions of a brighter, more interconnected future. In addition to developing urban waterways along coastal routes, the Ministry of Shipping is also extending the National Waterways of India. Together, these initiatives hold the promise of a prosperous and interconnected future for the nation.
See, a really bright future. पहले there were just 6 national waterways. कुछ साल पहले. आज हमारे पास 111 waterways, national waterways हैं. और we are spending almost 7,000 crores, or we are in the process of spending 7,000 crores for a lot of things. Then we have introduced vessels, and the best part is, green vessels, electric vessels, or ये electrical vessels have been produced, manufactured in India, in the Cochin shipyard. So vessels we can bring, and this our aim is to now ensure that across the country, जो riverine coastal cities हैं, तो वहाँ पे we are introducing these vessels, and using the water, we will be able to provide urban transport. और जैसे आपने देखा होगा कोचिन मेट्रो, वाटर मेट्रो, वहाँ पे 14 और 12 such metro vessels are moving, electric vessels. So I think there is a revolution in the waterway sector, and this has to be seen to be believed.
The Government of India is firmly committed to tapping into the potential of urban waterways to serve its people.
सागरमाला प्रोग्राम के जरिए हमारे कोस्टल इलाका में बसे हुए लोगों के लिए भी जो लाभ मिला है, इससे हमें और भी मनोबल मिली है कि देश के अंदर हम इसी कार्यक्रम को और भी बढ़ावा दें. इसी लक्ष्य को पूरा करने के लिए हम लोग हमेशा लगे हुए हैं.
Better utilization of India's waterways for mobility-centric economic development is a critical necessity today. Better designed for use, these ferries are a testament to the power of connectivity and its profound impact on society. This is the ripple effect in action, and it's just the beginning.